Welcome to the Art of Money podcast with Art McPherson.
And thanks for checking out the Art of Money podcast. My name is Mark Owens alongside Art McPherson and Luke McCarty. All the information for the McPherson Financial Group, you can find it at theartofmoneyradio.com. We've talked about it on this show. We've talked shrinkflation. We know about inflation, mealflation, but now there's skimpflation. Now, that's where companies big and small are skimping on the quality of goods and services, mainly due to staffing shortages. There's been long wait times when calling airlines. Pizza takes forever to get delivered. Hotel rooms aren't going clean. And, of course, we've seen it firsthand about the hospitality industry. They're suffering big time. I want you to hear this audio from software company president Brad Anderson. He tells CNBC this is why U.S. customer service is at a 15-year low.
If an organization is not expending the effort to really listen in and then deliver personalized experiences, they're just going to miss expectations and satisfaction is going to be very low. What I hear from business leaders every day is they're all struggling with the competition for talent. They just can't find the people that they need.
What about the McPherson Financial Group? What are you hearing from your clients, from the community about inflation, how it's affecting and could affect our Thanksgiving?
We're hearing it across the board. I think people are just getting nervous about how expensive things are getting. Mm-hmm. I was at the outlet malls in Orlando over the weekend, or last weekend, I should say, and I saw an ad for hiring at, you name the store, at American Eagle or Gap, and it was $18 an hour for starting pay. I can go back, within my career, not that long ago, where that was kind of, the norm. So having just kind of walk off the street, walk into the job, $18 an hour.
Yeah.
So as companies are struggling to find people to work, they have to pay them more. If they're paying more for employees, they're going to raise the prices for everything we're buying. So we're seeing, the core CPI index came out this last week at 6.2%. Mm-hmm. Gas is up 49%, used cars 26%, electricity 6.5%. Your meats, the grill master right up about 12%. There's a lot of things that are getting more and more expensive.
Well, it's what we've talked about it before. Even the turkey this year, it's up to like $1.50 to $2 per pound.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive for this Thanksgiving. I can't wait till they come out with those numbers here. We'll probably see that this week.
So we saw that you were just talking about it at 6.2%, the inflation rate, the highest level in over 30 years. How are you dealing with that, Art McPherson?
One of the things that we do is we make sure our clients are in investments that'll adjust with inflation. So one of the scary things about inflation, if you have too much secure money or stable value money that will not rise enough, inflation will eat that purchasing power. So you want to make sure that your money that is on that safe side of the equation or the stable side, that you're looking for the opportunity to be inflation adjusted. So making sure our clients are in those type of investments that will adjust with inflation and not get stuck where they're at a 0.5% yield, 0.25% yield or worse, and then they're just losing the value of what that money actually means for them in their portfolio.
772-281-5223. Inflation is going to be here for a minute, but if you want to see how it's going to fit into your portfolio, maybe you need to make some adjustments. We'll give the team at the McPherson Financial Group a call and take advantage of the complimentary consultation with the team from the McPherson Financial Group to see, all right, how is inflation going to affect my retirement plans? And, I guess, Luke, one of the big questions is how are we going to eventually pay for all this? Because we're just getting deeper and deeper in debt. We're now, $28 trillion right now. So does that mean that inflation, it's here to stay? Higher taxes, it's here to stay?
I think higher taxes are here to come, right? They're not here to stay because they're not here at the moment, but they are en route. If no tax bill or no tax plan can come out of this administration, right, the Bush-Obama tax codes go into effect in 2026. So all your taxes are going up in 5 years, pretty much no matter what happens, unless they lower taxes, which I don't think there's a way they can do that with the amount of money they're spending. Mm-hmm. So the spending is out of control. It's been out of control since Clinton. So it's not a Republican issue. It's not a Democrat issue. It's a politician American issue.
Power hungry
and
issue.
Even though our current administration thinks that we have a money tree, and I think every public official right now thinks we have a money tree, the money trees don't work. So we've heard even some things floated out there like taxing us on unrealized capital gains. Well, I've heard our current president say, we're going to do $3 trillion and, we won't even feel it. It won't cost anything. But yet they're looking at all these avenues to try to collect more revenue. Why? Because, of course, it costs money. All those dollars and all those spending programs they come up with have to come from the tax revenue, and they have to come from that tax base. So they're always looking to increase that. So everybody right now that's coming in the door, if we can do Roth conversions for them, if we can do tax strategies to help save them today and definitely moving forward in the future, we know that this is probably one of those unique opportunities where we have a couple years, maybe 3, 4, if things go our way, to do some tax planning now at probably the lowest brackets we're going to see for a very, very long time.
Because as you say, taxes are going up, Art McPherson, correct?
Yep, because they have to. I mean, the government, unfortunately, like Luke had said, they're spending like drunken sailors. So when taxes are going to go up in the future, would you rather reposition assets that are going to be tax-free? Because then if they went to a 50% tax rate, 60% tax rate, it doesn't affect you because we've moved money there where you can still make distributions, still take income, and not have that crazy rate hurt you or affect you.
So unfortunately, inflation, it's dominating the news cycle. It's not going away. But the question is, do you have an income to sustain the ups and downs of economic inflation? Let Art McPherson look at your portfolio to make sure these economic shifts don't damage your retirement plans. And Luke McCarty, we set up that first initial consultation with the team of the McPherson Financial Group. What do we need to bring with us? How do we need to prepare to meeting you and the team for the first time?
That's a great question. So before any client comes into our office for the first time, right, if you call in, make an appointment, Pam here in our office or Eric will send you sort of a client kit that you can fill out. It's called My Retirement Kit. So you do have a little bit of homework, but that's going to help you think through things, think about your retirement, think about your goals, right, put them down on paper. And then when we review that before our first meeting together, we have somewhat of an idea of where you're trying to go, when you want to retire, are you retired, what type of income you need. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it, but I'd say that first step is just a little bit of, preparation on your end, and that's going to help our first conversation just be more open and open-ended questions and just more about you, of course, about your money and investments, but more about you, your family, your goals, and your dreams.
Take that first step. The first thing you need to do is make the phone call, 772-281-5223. We've talked about our end-of-the-year list and how important those financial checklists are as the end of the year fast approaches. Well, Morningstar's Christine Benz, she recommends reviewing your insurance coverage, especially those life policies.
So do a review of life, and certainly disability is a coverage type that I often recommend because when you look at the statistics, we're very likely to need disability insurance coverage at some point during our lifetime. So if you're not currently purchasing disability, take a look at whether that might not make sense given your situation.
So Art McPherson, do you help your clients with insurance reviews? Is that part of your retirement plan?
Yeah, we do. A lot of times we'll use insurance as ways to minimize costs. A lot of times, too, we'll use it as a way to do some legacy funding because insurance can pay taxes nicely. Insurance is also a vehicle that is a tax advantage product. So when you have big benefits being paid out, they're tax-free typically. So insurance can be a really good solve around a lot of high planning solutions. And usually you can do it at cents on the dollar. So it depends on your health, obviously. So if you're doing a lot of beer floaters in the pool like Mark does, it might be harder to insure you. But as long as you're pretty good health and you do a lot of running or you do a lot of biking or you do a lot of kayaking and less beer floaters, you're probably okay. And we can probably get you some good coverage. And
look, I'm not doing that many beer floaters. You know why? Not because of the health, because it's too cold to get in the pool right now, okay? So
true, and I would agree with you on that.
When we look at life insurance for a retirement planning vehicle, there's a lot of different things you can look at, right? So if you're maxing out your 401k at work, right, where's the next place to save money? Well, either in an account, a brokerage account, a taxable account where you pay tax every year, or you can have a properly designed life insurance contract where it's tax-free. So you can use life insurance almost as an additional Roth IRA. You can use it to eliminate the 10-year Secure Act rule for your kids. So now their inheritance is tax-free. If you paid the tax on the dollars, put it into the life, let it grow over your lifetime, now the kids get it tax-free. You can also do some more legacy planning where the kids and the grandkids get money. So there's a lot of ways life insurance can fit into your plan.
Thanks for listening. Want more from Art McPherson of McPherson Financial Group? Find us online at artofmoneyradio.com.
We are an independent financial services firm helping individuals create retirement strategies using a variety of financial and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Securities offered through World Equity Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Investment advisory services offered through ProStatus Group, LLC. McPherson Financial Group and ProStatus Group, LLC are separate entities and are not owned or controlled by World Equity Group, Inc. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Investment financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. Art McPherson is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Arthur McPherson, Florida Insurance License number A174725.
Today's show has been a work of art.